Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are new and just tuning in, thank you. Hopefully you subscribe and stick around. For those of you who have been around waiting for me to come back, I'm back and we about to get into some stuff. It ain't even no like real way to get into the shit that took place yesterday with the Super Bowl, USHER, Beyonce, and everything else that's going on in the celebrity world and media. I'm lost for words. All I can say is I ain't got it. Beyonce, I ain't got it. And I'm about to show y'all why I ain't got it. Merch. We got boxes, surprise boxes and CDs. This is one. We got another one. The t-shirt with another CD. We got, hold on. We got vinyls, special pack vinyls, Renaissance film cups, Renaissance film popcorn containers. I mean, wardrobe, second show's trip to New Orleans. Like, I don't fucking have it. I'm not rich. Beyonce, bitch. This is insane. Do you hear me? And I literally said, Beyonce, go on your little break. I'm cool. It's NICKI season. I'm about to, make my little investments. Going to the Pink Print tour, have a good time. I'm like, all right, I'm done with her. I had told my husband, I said, I'm literally done. The night we came in from seeing this damn thing, I was standing at the door, and I literally said to him, I'm done. I said, I'm not giving Beyonce another penny. I can't. I was like, it's done, it's over. We'll stream this shit when it come out on streaming apps. And now look. The lady then dropped the commercial. First of all, we was hyped about the commercial. Then she dropped 2 songs after it. Then not only did she drop 2 songs, she dropped that she's dropping a whole album, Act 2, the continuation of the Renaissance. I think from the beginning she said that Renaissance was going to be like a 4-part whole thing anyway. But who actually knew we was going to get part 2 so damn soon? And then you did it the night of USHER. Man, listen, I ain't got it. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to get it. I'm sure I'm going to get it. But as of right now, I ain't got it. Like, this is crazy. I love the songs. 16 Carriage is my favorite. Texas Hold'em is one of the ones that's probably going to have to grow on me. But, Beyonce is never predictable. We never know what we're going to get from her. What does this mean? Could this mean another tour? Could this just mean a new album going into her country era with visuals? Like, could this mean like maybe certain pop-up shows, exclusive pop-up shows? Like, anything Beyonce attaches her name to comes with her fan base having to spend money. And being the president of the Beehive, I'm just already like, oh my gosh, I know that this is what it's going to be. Like, she's my Michael Jackson. Like, I will spend and spend and spend on Beyonce, and I never get bored with it. I never get old. I just think it's insane. Like, and then she dropped on Usher's night. So can we get into that? So we gonna bounce back and forth between B and Usher. Hold on. This is coffee. Usher Super Bowl halftime. Personally, I think it was 10 out of 10. I think Usher killed his Super Bowl halftime show. So I watched the Super Bowl. It was me, my aunt, my cousin, my husband, my goddaughter. They came over. We chilled. We had drinks, food, did the whole Super Bowl thing. And for one, I got tore up. My cousin bought the bottle of Terramana, and I got tore up. We was having a good time in my living room, saucy. And when Usher came on, and I had just told my girlfriend, I said, well, first of all, I don't see him opening this performance up with anything other than Caught Up. Anybody who knows me know, Caught Up is my all-time favorite Usher song. Like, that song just moves me. That is my favorite Usher song. Out of all, even with his old catalog, it's Caught Up for me. Know it's word from word, piece for piece. That's my song. And so I was like, he can't open up without anything other than that. And lo and behold, when that camera panned in and that beat dropped, I went crazy. I'm like, see, I told you, I know. Went crazy. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the guests, Ludacris, CeeLo Green, or no, not CeeLo, not CeeLo Green. What's his name? Jermaine Dupri, her, Alicia Keys, and who else did we have? Who else? There's a couple more people up there, but I think it was a 10 out of 10. The comments, though, they were saying that it was the worst Super Bowl halftime show in history. They was even saying, like, Rihanna's was better than his. It was terrible. I had put up a post on Facebook, and so many people was on there like, no, it was terrible. And I'm just like, no, what more could you guys have wanted? Please put it in the comments. I feel like he gave wardrobe, he gave performance, he gave vocal. He's still fine. The man is 45 years old. What more could y'all possibly have wanted from Usher? Like, what else? He still moves like he's 20-something years old. I don't know what else he could have did or could have gave us. Only thing I agree with my girlfriend that she said, and I don't take no points off for it because we never know why he did what he did. Only thing she pointed out that I kind of agree after I watched the show the third time, was it wasn't a lot of dancers. And usually the halftime shows when artists perform, they have like a lot of dancers filling up the stage and everything. He didn't have a lot of dancers up there. If you really go look at it, it was like a handful of dancers up there with him. So it looked kind of empty. But it didn't like hinder the performance. If anything, it cleaned it up just in terms of it not being so cluttered with so much people on the stage. But I didn't have an issue with that. I did watch the performance a total of 3 times because the first time I watched it initially, I was hyped. And then, like I said, I was like tipsy, that damn Terramana. So I watched it 2 more times this morning. And I'm just like trying to find like imperfections. Like I was literally trying to find something wrong with it. And I could not find anything that stuck out to me that was wrong other than, okay, he don't have a lot of dancers up there. I can't find, it's like, what more do y'all want? To be honest, I feel like his performance was on the same level as a Beyonce. Now, I would say this. Did it feel like a 13-minute performance? No. I felt like it happened so fast. It kind of gave you like, I want more. But that's what he's going on tour for. Take your ass over to Ticketmaster and get a ticket if you want to see more. Y'all have to keep in mind, this is a halftime show. These artists typically get 13 or 15 minutes to put their whole catalog in a mashup in 13 or 15 minutes. Usher had a total of 13 minutes to put his show on. I think he did great. Yeah, some of the popular songs, he had to like put in a quick mashup. It was like 10 seconds of each song when he was in the center circle. And he did like Let It Burn and a couple more of his hits real quick. But that's to be expected. I'm trying to give y'all the 20-year catalog in 13 minutes. I just feel like sometimes when it's not us in the spotlight, we're so harsh and we're so critical. And it's been years since I actually been an Usher fan. I actually stopped messing with Usher. When he had like inserted himself in that whole NICKI hate train, I don't know what happened with them behind the scenes, But I feel like he had did an interview and he mentioned how Nicki basically was a carbon copy of Lil Kim and like she jacked her swag or something like that. And so I was turned off from there. And anybody that knows me, bitch, they know I'm a barb. And I'm a part of the Hive and a part of the Navy. Reed, B, and Nicki is the holy trinity for me. So, Usher, you was done. But I'll never take away from his talents. You could be done, and I'm not a hater. Like, I'll never sit here and say, oh, that was terrible. Like, oh, Usher's corny, this, that, because there's nothing corny about him. The man is talented. I wish y'all stop making the Chris Brown comparisons. Chris Brown is Chris Brown, and Usher is Usher. Two totally different generations and time periods. Chris Brown is great for today. Usher is great for then. Usher is still able to keep himself relevant, and he's mashing in today. But that doesn't make him, over Chris, and that don't make Chris over him. So I wish we stopped with that. As far as B dropping, I get it. It coincided with the Verizon deal that she got. It just comes off like B has a pattern of taking people's spotlight. It even compares to when she had her Video Vanguard Award and then the next year Rihanna got it. But then she still performed a whole 13, 14-minute Lemonade performance. And then they had to slice Rihanna's Vanguard performance down throughout the show into 4. So it's kind of like, damn, you had your moment last year, but now I got to share my moment with you so you can get up here and do Lemonade. So it's like stuff like that. It be looking like, oh, my girl, I be cringing. It's like, is this coincidence? Or is my girl just making her presence known don't ever forget, bitch, I'm Beyonce? I don't know. But I was just like, damn, because it went from being, this is Usher moment. He had his night. Usher, he killed it. Or, whether you disliked it or not, to Beyonce, Usher. Beyonce, Usher. Beyonce. So it's just like, I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. My all-in-all review for Usher's Super Bowl halftime show, I give it a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I watched it 3 times. I'm probably going to watch it again at some point today. And then as far as Beyonce dropping new music, I love 16 Carriages. Texas Hold'em gotta grow on me. Beyonce, I ain't got it. And hopefully we get this figured out. Y'all, Wendy Williams. Did y'all see Wendy Williams has a new documentary coming out? I feel so bad for Wendy Williams. I feel like her first documentary was the beginning of her downfall. Everything she got going on with her sickness and her illness, her mental health. I also feel like you reap what you sow in a sense, because over the years, Wendy has hurt a lot of people. Let me start off by saying this though. Nobody will ever be able to fill the shoes and take the space of Wendy Williams. Nobody does media like Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is Black culture. She's Black media. Black entertainment. Wendy. I remember being a kid and hearing Wendy Williams cutting up on the radio on Power 99 when she was over here at Power 99. I remember that. I remember that. And it would be so entertaining. My mom would listen to her. Everything. She got on TV. The TV show is amazing. You know what? She made it 12 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. 12, almost 13 seasons. I think that's where she was at. Or was she at 11 into 12? Put it in the comments. But I know it was somewhere, it was years had passed. And I just want to say, yeah, that's her job, and that's with any media personality's job. But I feel like Wendy has hurt a lot of people over the years. And I know some people might say, like, oh, don't be soft, you know, y'all sensitive, that's that lady job, yada yada yada. I get it. I get it 100%. I'm gonna be here, you know, taking up space, talking about people, giving my 2 cents on these celebrities' businesses and things like that. So I get it 100%. But I think it's a difference between reporting the news and, you know, giving your opinion on it and just like slandering somebody and hurting them and doing things deliberately trying to expose. And I feel like Wendy had done a lot of that throughout her career, and Wendy went from reporting the news to being the news, basically. She's now the news, literally. So it's just like, you kind of reap what you sow. It sucks that she has to go through this basically with having a screwed up ex-husband and people around her keeping her money from her, and then her lymphedema, excuse me if I said that wrong, you know, the Graves' disease and stuff she got going on. It sucks that it has to be done in such a harsh way, but T.S. Madison said it the best. We all working. Everybody's working. And depending on how hard you work, will determine what your payday is. And with that, I'm going to leave that there for Wendy Williams. I mean, I'm going to tune into the documentary to see what it's about. I honestly don't see Wendy back on TV. I just don't see her being well enough or healthy enough to get back on TV. I do wish that Wendy could have properly closed her show out and could have gave a proper farewell. That's the only part that I hate about it, is that she did not get a proper farewell. Wendy has done too much for this industry in this game to just be thrown away how she was thrown away. Wendy deserves her flowers for her contribution and the things that she has done. So that's the only thing that I will say I feel like should happen. And I'm going to leave that on Wendy. And when the documentary drop, we'll come back and report what's going on with that. Are the city girls still friends? That's what I want to know. So me and my girlfriends talk about this a lot. I don't know. It just seems like over the past couple years, I know when JT was on Carisha Please with Saucy Santana, it was a whole thing like, we invite her out. She don't want to go out. She wants to be a homebody. She wants to stay in the house and yada, yada, yada. And JT was pretty much like, yeah, I don't like the clubs. I stay home, yada, yada, yada. I just want to be home with my man, yada, yada, yada. And I get all of that. And the City Girls has done a pretty good job with keeping their business out the media. So if they is beefing, we probably would never know. But it's just kind of like too much signs that just show that they might not even like each other anymore. And then this last album that they dropped, Raw, it didn't really do good. And then the couple interviews that they did do to try to push the album, you kind of felt the tension between the two. Like, you could see, like, even when, you know, Charlamagne asked about her being on the show with Santana and Carisha, and JT was like, yeah, I may be on it. And Carisha was like, no, she not. Like, it's just too much, like, little tit-for-tat stuff that shows that they probably really just not getting along. And then, even with my friends, like, us being older and stuff and maturing and having careers, and most of us being entrepreneurs and having kids and getting higher up positions in their jobs and things like that, we don't always talk every day. We don't talk every week. Shit, it may be 3-4 weeks before we check in with each other. It may be 2-3 months before we set a date to go out and have brunch, lunch, dinner, or whatever it is, or a birthday. But I will say, when milestones happen, we celebrate each other. And I'm saying all this to say, Carisha turned 30. Where was JT? Well, I know where JT was at. She was at her cosmetics thing with Matt, her lipstick thing with Matt. But no to the trip, to the vacation that everybody flew out for. And then I try not to read too much into it because I'm like, well, Santana wasn't there and that's her best friend. But it's just like, yeah, Santana's her best friend. But before there was a Santana, it was Carisha and JT. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. Most can say it ain't none of our business, but the people want to know because the people are talking. It is definitely given that they not friends no more. Or, you know, they don't associate. Maybe, you know, Carisha on her thing because JT may not like Diddy, or maybe Carisha still don't get along with Uzi. Remember, they had that whole thing where Southside had to check Uzi for disrespecting Carisha. So, I don't know. I guess it's one of those things we'll have to wait and see. I will say, though, they do a great job of keeping their business off social media. And my whole thing is, if we are ever really real friends don't go on social media blasting our issues. I have plenty of friends that I'm mad at, and y'all would never know that I'm mad at them. We hash our shit out behind closed doors, and if we don't talk, we just don't talk. And that's just that. So, yeah. Good luck to JT. Good luck to Young Miami, Carisha, the City Girls, and all of that. I am excited to see what they both got to come. I do know I like Sideways. JT dropped Sideways. I'm not a fan of 50-50. I don't know what that was Young Miami dropped. And Young Miami has a great marketing. Diddy, that's Diddy. Diddy taught her well with that. She know how to market herself. But the hype didn't follow through. It wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. The hype didn't follow through at all for me. But tell me what y'all think. And, you know, good luck to the City Girls. Monique. Hello, my sweet baby. Monique. Monique is my girl. I want to see Monique live. Hopefully she do something in Philly or something somewhere close so I can pop in. Monique was on Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay. And once again, the end all be all is Tyler Perry, Lee Daniel, and Oprah was the gist of her interview. She also spoke about Will Packer and, you know, her treatment that she received shooting Almost Christmas. I just feel like what I want for Monique, I feel like there was at one point after all this Oprah and stuff, all this Oprah, Tyler, Lee Daniel stuff came out, there was a point where I felt like Monique had a redemption phase. What's his name? 50 Cent had put her on the show. She was in Almost Christmas. She settled with Netflix and got her special. Like I felt like she was moving the needle in a great place. Lee Daniels had publicly apologized. At one point, she said she had spoken to Tyler Perry and they had hashed their beef out. So I was kind of confused why it felt like Monique was taking 20 steps forward only to take 50 steps back. I didn't quite understand what that was about. Do I agree with Monique? Yes, I am Team Monique. I am Team Monique 100%. But as a fan, I think I want Monique now to just focus. And that's not me telling her to be quiet. I'm happy that as a Black woman, she's able to speak up and stand up and for herself and all of that. But Monique, we know you can stand up for yourself. We know that. I want Monique to have all the things. I want her to get her flowers. I feel like Monique should be an EGOT. Anybody who knows me know I'm the Parkers fanatic. Go on my Netflix. That's one of my top viewed shows. Netflix, The Parkers fanatic. So I want Monique to have all her flowers, all the things, but I also want Monique to like focus. We get it. Most of us might agree with you about how we feel about Oprah and how we feel about Tyler Perry and things like that. But it's like, for how many years and how long? Why is it that from when your Netflix special came out to now, which was what, maybe a year ago, why is that still your focal point? Why is it that you're only getting interviews to discuss them? And I was kind of disappointed at the end when Shay Shay said, "What do you got going on? What are you promoting?" And she said, "You just gotta wait and see." And it's just like, it kind of gave, I don't have anything to promote. I don't have anything confirmed to promote. And it's like, that's the part that was kind of disappointing to me, because it's just like, Monique, that's what you should be focusing on. That should be the focus. You could not even lay out properly, this is what I got, this is the movie I got, this is the stand-up show I'm doing, this is the, deal that I signed. You can't even do these things, because anybody that interview you, all they want to hear about is Lee Daniels, Oprah, and Tyler Perry. And now Will Packer. Because you didn't let us in on a whole new situation about what you dealt with Will Packer on the set of Almost Christmas, the trailers blowing up, and him saying he the head nigga in charge, and that's a whole nother ballpark in itself. A whole nother ballpark in itself. Yes, I'm a fan. Yes, I love Monique. Yes, I get it. I want her to stand up for herself, but I feel like at some point it's beating a dead horse. We get it. Again, most of us agree with you. We're probably on your side when it comes to that stuff with Tyler Perry and Oprah and them. But I don't know. You gotta scale it back. Let me know what y'all think about Monique in the comments, if y'all understand where I'm coming from. And we'll go from there. I want to do a little fashion segment. I want to shine a light out in the fashion segment. And I'm probably going to do like fashion segments like celebrities and influence and stuff that's killing the game like weekly. So I got two people this week. Gotta shout out Fantasia and Chris Brown. When I tell you, and I know I'm late to the party, Fantasia's Color Purple run, her budget for that movie must have been insane. The fashion she was displaying, I mean, look after look after look. The hair, the makeup, the clothes, the shoes, the jewelry, like everything was strategically placed. I think throughout the span of Fantasia's career, this was the best she's ever looked. And that's not even a shade or anything. Like, I just feel like it gave Rich. It gave, like, I Have Arrived. It gave, like, Bella the Ball. It gave Cinderella. Like, it gave what it was supposed to give. She looked amazing. And, I can't wait to see what she do moving forward. But I also got to give it to Chris Brown. We all seen a couple weeks ago, Chris Brown did, I want to say, Paris Fashion Week. And that Amiri's brown outfit, first of all, Chris always knew how to dress. But I was telling my husband that I feel like Chris Brown, yeah, he knew how to dress. But it was like, I feel like it's a difference between knowing how to trendy dress and then fashion. Trendy dress is when you know how to dress with the time. You know what's trending and what's popular and what the people like and what the people are wearing and things like that. That's trendy dress. You dressing in the trend of what's happening in the moment. But then there's fashion. And I feel like Chris Brown always gave trendy dress. But Chris Brown today is giving fashion. That Amiri, that brown and cream. And then he turned around and did that GQ Middle East. Oh my God. If y'all haven't seen it, I'm going to try to drop some in the video. But please, he had the cream Prada set. Then he had one with the black with the glasses, and it had like the gold bars around the side. And then it was one with the jacket and like the cargo. Those are my fashion picks of the week. Oh boy. Speaking of Chris Brown and his arch nemesis, I'ma just touch lightly on this. Mr. Champagne Poppy. Did y'all see Champagne Poppy news video leak? And it was him because Mr. Poppy decided that he was going to brag about it at his concert the next day. He got up on stage and proudly was like, yeah, it's here. Like, it's here. It's out. Yeah, he was proud. I ain't going to give too much of my opinion on it, but if you haven't, Twitter. Twitter, for sure. Go to Twitter and type in Drake. I'm sure it'll pop up. Jay-Z's acceptance speech. I enjoyed the speech. I thought it was great. One thing I want to say to the world, we are so hard in comprehending. Like, people don't comprehend. And being an entrepreneur, people don't comprehend and people don't read. And, you know, people listen to respond and not listen to understand. And I'm saying all this to say, Jay-Z got up there in defense of not just his wife, but the defense of artists, the defense of Black African-American artists. And he gave his opinion on how unfair the categories run and who's winning what. And all we could come together and say is, they so greedy. They so greedy. They want more and more and more. She already the highest winner and nominated this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's not the point. And that's not what he was saying. It's not about wanting more. Beyonce could only have 6 Grammys. And it still remains the same that Beyonce has some of the greatest masterpieces of work and has yet to obtain the most important, the biggest album of the year. That's one of the top Grammys to get. You snatch album of the year, that's like, yeah, my body of work is being acknowledged. Even though Beyonce, we know she won it, she don't need it. We know Beyonce run the world. But it's just like, how can y'all not comprehend what that man was trying to convey onto us about how unfair, not just about his wife. Yeah, he spoke up in behalf of his wife, but he spoke up as an artist, period. That these people consistently win album of the year over her. First of all, Renaissance, Lemonade, and Beyonce, in my opinion, out of her whole catalog, those are Beyonce's best bodies of work. I feel like those 3 albums really showed the artistry side of her best. It's no way out of those 3 albums, neither one of them got album of the year. Self-Titled, Lemonade, and Renaissance. It's no way none of them has album of the year. It's no way. It's no way. So I thought the speech was amazing. He's going to always stand up for his wife. Then y'all throwing out stuff like, oh, when Kanye did it, it was a problem, but he could get up there and do it. See, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all always, just because it's Jay-Z and Beyonce, that make it right? No. No. The issue is Kanye West got up there and robbed somebody else of their moment. Not crashing stages, not getting on the internet, going on rants, and possibly tweeting some racially stuff towards your own people, and just being belligerent. Jay-Z took his moment that he was getting awarded by Dr. Dre in the Academy and spoke up for his wife, and he spoke up for artists, and he spoke up for black people. So yes, that's the difference in what Kanye West does and what Jay-Z does. And I just don't know how we as a people don't get that. And that's actually a bit scary and concerning that we as a people don't understand that. What is it not to understand or comprehend? See, me, I'm very black and white. So I'm very much into like the details of what happened and what caused this. And anybody that knows me know that. You can't come to me and sprinkle sugar on shit, because I'm going to get to the nitty gritty. I'm going to break it down. And it just seems like y'all just read what y'all want to read. Just like somebody was in the Shade Room comments and was like, oh, K. Michelle's talking about she the #1 female artist in country music. That lady never said that. Actually, what she said was, and this goes back to reading and comprehending. I'm about to read you what she said. She said, why would anyone need to check on me? I'm one of the greatest African-American country singers of all time with no album even out. Y'all's been mentioning me all night. I'm just happy to be spoke about in my genre. I love B and will be supporting her like I always do. Where in that did you read or understand or take in and comprehend that she said she was the #1 female country artist of all time? She said she's the greatest. I could say I'm the greatest YouTuber of all time, and this video can get 2 motherfucking views on it. Excuse my French. If you're not going to speak highly of yourself, who else supposed to? It's just, y'all be just choosing too much for me. Y'all be choosing a little bit too much for me. I feel like K. Michelle, why yes, she has done great things with the country music, and we know that's her genre and where she want to be. She spoke on it for years that she a country girl and just want to sing country music, and her contract wouldn't allow her to do a country album, so she finally getting a chance to. Just support. Just support. All the extra bashing and back and forth and trying to, attack that lady because Beyonce dropped 2 country songs. Beyonce been doing country too. She did Daddy's Lessons. Then she remixed it with the Dixie Chicks, and then she performed it live on the Country Music Awards. This is the CMAs. Just support. And last but not least, before I go, with all the Usher and Beyonce stuff going on, this just bumped way down the ladder. Nicki Minaj versus everybody. Like I told y'all before, I'm a Barb, I'm a part of the Beehive, and I'm a part of the Navy, the Holy Trinity. But I do not condone foolishness. With that being said, the most recent incident between Nicki and Meg beefing, everybody was like, oh, she brought up her dead mom, this and that, and, the Barbs are going to the graves to dig up her mom. They had to beef up her security. No, they wasn't. Nobody was going to no grave to dig that up. That was a story that was put out there by Meg fans. There was no proof, no video footage, or nothing that shows anybody from Nicki fan base at no funeral cemetery trying to dig up no grave. And then everybody's pissing, oh, you don't bring up a dead mom, this and that. What did Nicki say? All she said is, you lying on your dead mama. On your dead mama. Lying on your dead mama. That's all she said. She didn't talk about her. She didn't say nothing. You lying on your dead mom. You lied. You lied and you used your mom as a cop-out. You lying on your dead mom. This is hip-hop. Men beef and they say whatever the hell they want to say to each other. They talk the grittiest to one another. And they do it and get no grief. Now the women are beefing and it's limits to what can and can't be said. That's just like y'all limiting what can and can't be said when comedians are doing jokes. But that's for a whole nother video. My whole thing was Meg hit below the belt. She brought up Megan's Law. Let's do the breakdown. Megan's Law is about a 6-year-old little girl who was kidnapped, sexually assaulted, murdered. You literally compare her husband to something dealing with Megan's Law. Basically insinuating he's done something to a child. Y'all don't think that that's below the belt? It is what it is. He got hit with a stray. He's a registered sex offender, so you're going to get hit with all kind of pedophiles, sexual. So he's going to get hit with strays. At the end of the day, it is what it is. We know he has to register as a sex offender no matter where he go, everywhere he go. He's going to get hit with a stray bullet every time. But y'all don't feel like that was a below the belt to compare my husband to a murderer, a child assaulter, and a pedo? Because the reality of it is he's not a pedo. There's a difference between a pedo and a SO. I'm trying to yeah, y'all know what I mean. It's a difference. Go to his court documents. He didn't touch a child or harm a child. He was a child. He was 16, the girl was 15. So it's just like, y'all don't think that that's below the belt? Because where does it show in his documents that he hurt a child? So it's just like, I'm saying all this to say, and it's not defending or anything. I'm saying all of this to say, it's hip hop. You're going to hit below the belt. Y'all going to take digs at each other. It is what it is. Now, my words to Nicki as a bard, I feel like I was so proud of Nicki. I was like, you know what? She getting that mainstream media and attention back. She had such a clean rollout. No drama, no BS. She was promoting her stuff, dropping singles every Friday. We created the Gag City world. It was so clean. The album came out, did great. You know, she was getting the accolades. And then you go on this rant for almost 2 days straight. Just going like a maniac. And that's the part about my girl that I hate. Because it's just like, Nicki, you yell queen, queen, queen. And I want that for you. Because you are. Baby, don't come down off your throne and throw tomatoes with the circus. That's my whole thing. Ignore them. Because whether we think Bigfoot and his was good, bad, or whatever, I'm going to say Meg ate that because she said what she said and then she stopped responding to you. Meanwhile, you crashed out online and she paid you dust. And it made you look crazy. It made you look crazy and you're practicing for a world tour right now. So it's just like, yeah, I'm a bard, but I also can point out when foolishness is happening. So it's just like, Nick, focus. I'll meet you at Gag City. I do feel like Bigfoot wasn't the main diss track. I feel like Nicki was gearing up to go back and forth with her. Because she did say she had multiple songs. And we did not get Roman. I think the main song was when she was gonna do her whole character Roman thing. We all know Roman's revenge and all of that. But Meg is not feeding into it. Meg, like, I'm good. I said what I said. Like, and that's just that on that. So, anyway, y'all, I'm going to be recording every Sunday or Monday, and the episodes will come out Monday night, 7 p.m. every week. I'm going to stay consistent with pumping out these videos. We're going to have special guests. Sometimes you're going to see someone here sitting next to me. We're going to be doing some interviews and everything. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate your view, but subscribe so you can hit that bell so you can get notifications whenever I post. And I look forward to seeing you guys. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.